I don't have time for a monologue. And the Ankaran sarcophagus opened. Let's...
Ya está diciendo que el sarcófago estaba abierto, estaba lleno de sangre.
Those were the Primogen, this city's clan elders. A worrisome bunch
Dice que está
devoted first and
desaparecido
foremost to the security of their own
primogénito
skin.
Malkavian.
Which, each minor problem like a grain of sand, each night I inherit the desert. Listen, Ventru, and listen well. I need someone I can depend on. Someone who, if they serve me well, will go very far. Do as I ask, and you will know my appreciation. Refuse me, and you will... Yes, about Grout. As I said, Grout is the Malkavian Primogen. His behavior and home are eccentric, to say the least. He's developed a paranoid bent lately, so you may have to check under every bed in the place for him. When we hear from Grout, you may come back. Until then.
Y como siempre sería, vamos a ir en taxi. Para esta misión no hace falta que compremos mucha bolsa de sangre, ya que el combate va a ser bastante simple. Y no hay ningún boss al final.
Going somewhere?
Hay un par de ítems bastante buenos aquí que olvidé coger.
You. What are you doing here? Out now. You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
Ahora veréis que la mansión Malkavian es una locura, especialmente cuando escuchéis los audios de el primogénito Malkavian. Os he dicho que no necesitáis sangre porque aquí la mitad de la gente te la puedes alimentar sin ningún tipo de esfuerzo. ¿Es esto audio?
It is quite peculiar
Pero
that
cuenta la
happenings
historia.
I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking upon unfortunate
Lo que está
phenomena
pasando en el primogénito Malkavian.
unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology, dactopintilism, and the rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception. Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my apparent death. No, better
Ítem muy
that I
importante, no
continue
olvidéis
my
cogerlo.
studies into the
A uno todo en la defensa. Acaba de inventar otra vez.
One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition or that of my beloved wife lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhood. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay my course. In time, too, may your star...
La pista para eso está en el texto este.
Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums. I lament their loss, not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also I shall mourn the disappearance of that
Entra como defensa.
peculiar environment present only in
Ya le hemos
an
abierto
insane
esto.
asylum. That palpable atmosphere of blistered brains and churning bowels, the odoriferous melange of freely flowing bodily humors, that gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and screams, the muttered cursing of perceived enemies, and the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized, like a newborn babe discovering the sky. I shall still find test subjects as surely as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be replicated. Often I reflect with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give for just one interview, a few simple questions of the plague-ridden woman who met her end that dawn. Of course, there is no guarantee she would have been any more helpful than my current crop of test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of the tests, I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated. Animals. The one called John went so far as to gnaw off his arm and escape into the floorboards like some feral rodent. I still hear him scurrying about at night. He must be making an atrocious mess. My studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence. After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction, so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure. I have accepted the role of Primitive, or Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old. More poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter, for I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would be well to have such Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. Damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
Estas son las zonas, partes que pusieron nuevas. ¿Vale? O sea que no estaban en el juego original. En las zonas desechadas. Esto es una paranoia porque esto te queda como si fuera ahí. ¿Ves? Hora de día. Todo para atrás. que sí. Uf.
I am no longer safe. I know it. The voices have proven themselves authentic, and I have withdrawn from the Vampire Society entirely. My absence will no doubt draw attention, but I could no longer hold my fragile composure around the ravenous eyes of my vampire peers, especially not around him. The voices compelled me to make what I fear is a Faustian bargain, but I had to, for their demands are constant and merciless. I have secluded myself within the mansion. He will go to any length to achieve his ambitions, and he knows it, I know. I have taken precautions to protect my beloved wife. Her cure will have to wait until our immediate safety is guaranteed. The mansion was constructed with security in mind, but at that time I was not privy to the full range of vampire capabilities. The voices echo in the twisted corridors of my psyche, dark whisperings of a macabre and formless menace, the approach of which portends an end to all of this.
Ha muerto el objeto mal que había.
Grout, lay low and be cleansed by the flames! Grout is dead? Pity it could not be by my hand. No matter. Soon yourself. As you burn.
Aquí tenemos Sociedad de Polto, un cazador.
Send your damned soul to that lake of fire. All agents of Satan shall return to whence they came. Let this righteous
Ayer he venido aquí sin hablar con Nines, con lo cual he perdido un punto de melee. Mira que lo he venido antes en el vídeo. En pano estoy.
By the power of the Lord, I will cleanse your black soul.
Bueno, ahora están ardiendo, así que si te pegan a MD, pierdes vida. Ir poco a poco. Al final me deja hablar con Nines antes de ver con LaCroix, si no he perdido punto de MD. Por empanarme y venirme aquí, ya que lo estaba pensando. Pido algo. Pues sí que me deja. Nada, vamos a... Con...
No.
No, no me deja, no está. Oh. Pues nada.
So,
Bueno, lo voy a enseñar igualmente. Elementrum, ¿vale? No voy a cargar partida de antes.
Two minutes, newbie. All the time I've got to spare right now. Came to California to get out of the dust. That's a stupid question. Freedom doesn't... Alright, this might help you out. I use guns, but most vamps get up close and personal. In that case, thing to do is to let them come in for the attack first, and dodge it or take it in the gut. Then use your blade to deliver the death blow. Time's up. Come around in a few nights if you're still alive. Maybe I'll have time to kill, but I doubt it.
Nos da un punto de melee.